2, 3. Okay. All right, so I haven't done anything like this before, at least in a very long time, but I figure I'd do it now. Just how I go about drawing a simple head. I'm not doing this for perfect anatomy, just giving a basis of how I draw a head, and I use simple shapes. So, starting off, make a simple circle like this. And I just draw a line down in the center of the circle. This kind of gives me an idea just to plot on the face. Then I draw a line. Well, I might as well use the line tool since I'm here. A line down on one side of the circle, a line coming down the other side of the circle, and I'll make a cutoff. Be slightly below, and that's maybe about like, and then draw just a straight triangle from point to point, and just to round it off, just cut the bottom half of the triangle off. So this section right here in the triangle is going to be erased. This is just to give a bit of a jawline. For the record, obviously doing it this way, this is a male's face. If I was to do a female, that would be rounded off some. So just for the sake of doing it, if I left the jawline around the same place, I would just round it off to that spot and do it that way. So now I'm disregarding this line for the time being, and I'm going to create a new line, probably about 3/4 of the way down in the circle. A better way to look at it is just to find the center of the entire head here and make a straight line. The eyes would be going in that section, and then about halfway down here, make another line. That's where I'll be putting the nose at. And then about maybe halfway through here, put another line approximately for the mouth. Now, using that for a basis, I'm now just going to start adding parts to the face around right above the area for the line for the eye here. Just going to add a simple ear. So most of the shapes that I use would be this, this, and this. Word to the wise, if you're drawing a picture, if you can't figure out the shape of something or break down how it looks, just using these simple shapes to break down every piece of the image will make it simpler for you. Keeping that in mind, come down to underneath the nose would be the base of the ear there. Same thing on the other side. That ear is a little bit too large, but we're winging it right now. Then draw a circle in the center here. Draw another circle for one side. Draw another circle for the other side for the nostrils. And from the center point down to the center of this circle, and another triangle down from the center of that circle, and another line in the middle. You have the basic shape for the circle there. This will later, of course, be altered. And the indentation here, just to make the inside sockets for the eyes. So then from here, make a half oval shape. Make another half oval shape. Make that slightly bigger just to make them even. And the same thing underneath that one. And underneath this one. It's a good rule of thumb to have like 3 eyeballs of distance or 3 eyes of distance in between each of them. But depending on how you draw, your style of doing it, you're going to do it however you want to anyways. If you want it to be anatomically correct or not, it's on you. So then where I have these 2 lines here for the indentation of the eye, go over top here, over top there, the sort of my bridge for the eyebrows. Make a simple line here, a simple line there. We'll come back to it. Also, I think now would be a good time to explain. If you're drawing with pencil and paper, just draw very lightly with the pencil and sketch all this in. It'll make it easier to erase later. I'm not just gonna assume that somebody's doing that if they're drawing with actual pen and paper here, or pencil and paper. Looking under here, of course, at the halfway point is where I had the mouth at. So you have that spot there. About a little under halfway above it, make a line here and make another one below it here. So roughly be where we have the lips at. And then of course inside the eyeball, circle and circle. Now for the neck, come slightly in from where I have the ends of the jawline at, and I'm going to come inside this way, and not going into too much detail, but just a line for the insides of the ears. Now what I'm going to do now is going to do almost like a mini triangle here, and do almost a mini triangle here, come down, bring almost a triangle on this side and another one on this side, just to simplify the lips there. So what we basically have is a triangle going this way, a triangle overlapping that way, and then we have this sort of, I don't know what kind of shape. It's been a while since I took geometry. It actually is bothering me that I can't remember the name of that object, but anyways, and then roughly leave a slight distance above the top of the head here, and this is where I'm plotting out the basis for the hairline. So now I'm actually gonna plot in details, and I'm gonna do it, just gonna sketch it out using the shapes that I've already had here as a basis. So the shape around the nose here, little indentations for the nostrils, a little space in here for the inside of the lip, and I'm just gonna round off this triangle below the lips. And when I collect the lips, I'm just gonna make a slight dip right where the middle line is in the center of the face that I made earlier. Then for the eye, just right above the eye, I'm gonna trace around it. These are very unconfident lines, by the way, because I'm really winging this. And then trace right inside the lines of the eye here. Doing the same thing on the opposite side. Sort of tracing that out. Whoa, that is a large brush there. Quick eyebrows there. Go ahead and grab the pencil again. That brush is humongous. I don't know why I keep grabbing these large brushes. It's still kind of too thick, but it'll work. And then from here, going to the top of the hairline on this side, just adding bangs, coming about maybe just a hair above the top of the head, sort of where the hair is going to cap off on top of the skull here. And then come inside the hair, underneath where the ear is, add that on that side. I kind of covered the face up on the other side, so I'm kind of going to leave that ear alone, because I think I made the bangs too thick on the other side. Just for the sake of doing it though, the ear will probably be right there. Just go ahead and trace in the jawline. Just a personal touch, just going back in, adding eyelashes. using relatively using relatively easy shapes. You have a face in about 10 to 20 minutes. Like I said, it's not anatomically perfect, but just to give you a start, using these basic shapes here, just making an easy outline or a blueprint for your face. And like I said, this is basically here, like little diamonds, and just round them off at a later date. You have a triangle here and 3 circles in the center. There's a triangle here, a triangle here. Whatever this little 4-sided figure is underneath it for the bottom of the lips. And this weird little shape oval on this side, weird little shape oval on the other side. Have a little indentation on each side using almost 2 little mini arrows just to have the sockets in place for where the eye's supposed to go. Sort of like rounded off here so you know where to put the base of the eyebrow at. Eyebrow on this side, eyebrow on that side. Go a little bit of ways underneath where the top of the head is up here, and just plot out the hairline. And just using these relatively simple shapes, round them off and detail the way that you need to, and you end up with this. If you have any comments or questions or anything like that below, go ahead and just let me know what you think. And I hope this helped you out, and I'm out.